What's going on, guys? It's me, Sammy Mong, and today we are on Albion Online going through a couple of tips that I use to survive while I'm gathering in the black zone. So if you're a gatherer and you keep getting ganked like me, be sure to stay around and just see how I survive, or how I've evolved to survive over the past couple of weeks. Right, now pretty much it's based around your mount and just your general planning and your route and your playstyle. So what I like to do is whip up my map constantly. Nearly after every tree you can see I'm whipping up my map, and that's because I'm just planning a route and an escape. So depending on the area you're in, the biome, you're gonna have a lot of rivers or just things that can block you, especially the mountains and the snowy biomes. They can get pretty complex. Like the map I'm in is actually pretty open and wide, so I'm not having to whip up my map too much, but you're looking for stuff that's going to block you on your way back. Now that you can see I'm near an alley territory as well, so what I like to do is just plan my route back to that safety, that bit of area where I know I'm less likely to die. Now if you haven't got any alliance territories, try and plan your route back to the nearest exit so you can try and run back to the portal pretty much. So just know where you're going, what's going to block you, and generally just how you're going to get out. But what you want to do, no matter what mount you're using, is just go directly up the tree, click to gather it, and then hold your mouse over your mount so you can see the cog icon. So you can see in these little clips here, my mouse is constantly either over my horse, well apart from this one because I'm showcasing the mist cooler and the bloodletter, but just make sure your mouse is constantly over the horse, even if it's through a tree like in this clip. So if any enemies come up to attack you, you can instantly click on it and run away. Look at that, what was that, a second? Like I clicked on that within a second and I was gone. Once again, look, my mouse is constantly over the horse, ready to literally just escape if I get attacked. So I'm going to use that same clip again just to prove the next point, and that's try not to multi-gather. So in a second you'll see that I'm gathering a blood oak and I'm directly next to the tree, obviously being able to click the cog icon within a second and run away. If you're multi-gathering, you're literally a couple of footsteps away from your horse, but when you're out in the black zones, that couple of footsteps is going to either save you or it's going to kill you, because someone's going to come directly up to you while you're running to your horse and then trying to kill you. So if I plopped my horse in the middle of these two trees, it was more dangerous for me than if I just went up to each tree separately. So just be wary, okay? Especially in the black zones, it's a little bit more safer in the red zones and obviously the yellow zones, but just be wary, try not to multi-gather. And this proves my point. Like instantly I was on my horse when a Zerg came along and I was just able to mount up and go to the closest alliance territory. If you can't get an alliance territory, obviously you could have just gone to the exit and zoned through to the next portal or the next area, but then they ran off and I was just able to go and collect the same tree. It's just being wary and being know when people are going to attack you. As I said, the red zones and the yellow zones you can still get attacked in while gathering, but in the black zones you're more likely to get attacked just because obviously it's free PvP. This is why I pick an armored horse. With an armored horse you actually have no weight limit, you only rely on your bag for weight. So what I do is obviously I go out, collect a ton of stuff. It does take a little bit to fill up. I can hold 100 logs of each, a few enchanted, so not too much like an ox or say a dire boar, but I can hold enough, and then I'll run it back to my alliance territory, store it and go back out. The armored horse is obviously a lot faster than say the transport ox, so if there's a big group, they could easily take down a transport ox if they all demount in front of you and you're just not fast enough compared to an armored horse. But this means also if I go out and I die, and then I've still got a certain amount of materials that I've already collected and run back. Now this is heavily relying on an alliance territory. If you don't have one, you're obviously gonna have to run back to the city every time, so it's kind of annoying, but it's just something to mention that an armored horse is a lot faster. Although you can't hold quite as much, it's better to have that than say die pretty much. To finish it up, we're going to talk about the bloodletter, the mist cooler, and then just the corners of your screen. So the bloodletter is a type of dagger, but it comes with 2 dashes. So if you do get caught ganked by like a double-bladed staff or anything like this, you can instantly just dash away and then use whatever speed spell you've got on your boots to run, mount up, get to an alliance territory or an exit, and then go from there to try and survive. Like other other weapons do have spells that you can use. I know daggers and I believe it's claws also have a dash. Double-bladed staff has a dash, but if you're using like a fire staff, a warbow, stuff like that, you're not quite as mobile as using a bloodletter, where you could literally just dash away, get out of any spells that you're currently under, movement impairing effects, and then yeah, mount up and try and save yourself. But to finish it off, guys, if you haven't already, go to your settings and just make sure you've got name tags, which I don't know what it's called. Yeah, there you go, off-screen name tags ticked. This will allow name tags to appear like halfway, so if someone's approaching you, you'll see half of their name tag when they're coming, either in the top corners, wherever it is around the screens. And then just make sure that you're checking the corners of the screen when you're gathering. I hope these tips help you survive while you're gathering in the black zone. As said, the red zones are a lot more safe, so if you're a bit wary, go and gather in them. But until next time, guys, thanks, and I shall see you in the next video.